All right, chickadees, come on in and let's talk a little bit about how to be more discerning in our lives. All right, chickadees, welcome in. It is day 5 of our 7 card crescent energy, whatever the hell it is. I don't even know what it's called. So I have a friend here with me. You may hear her giggling in the background, and that's because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So, and she's right. So she can laugh all Oh man, here we go. Maybe we'll get her on camera tomorrow. We'll see. I'll work on her. I promise I'll work on her. I'll try to get her on camera tomorrow. So we're on day 5 of our 7 crescent energy reading, and we're going to recap days 1 through 4, and then we'll talk about day 5 in a minute. So let's go back to the past, the way past a few cards ago. All right, chickadees, so full disclosure, we had to take a time out, and I got to redo a whole segment of this because I missed half of the cards when I did the recap the first time. So we're going to try this again. So let's go back to card number 1, which was the past. This is energy that we generated in the past that's still playing out, but it originated in the past. And this card was card number 17, the storyteller. This storyteller is here to help us identify and tell ourselves a positive story using positive thoughts. And when we do this and we speak it out into the world, that positive story becomes the thing that we're teaching others about how to treat us. So we want to be very, very careful about the stories that we tell ourselves, because that's what we're going to get reflected back to us from the world. Card number 2, moving into the present moment. This is the dominant energy that's in our life right now. And we had card number 6. It is what it is. And some of the things we looked at with this card are how to radically accept what is going on, engaging our life on life's terms, and understand that what is happening doesn't need a whole lot of deep thought and exploration. Maybe what's happening, we can just take it at its face value, and also looking at how we might recognize and release any resistance that we have and denial about what's going on in our lives. Basically, the stories that we tell ourselves about our life. That's what we want to let go. Then, card number 3. This is what is hidden. So these are supportive energies that haven't quite yet coalesced into form in our life. This card was card number 9, the Rose's Kiss. And this card is really about the sensual nature of life, using all 5 of our senses to engage in pleasure and joy and satisfaction with the world around us, and really tune in to the beauty that's everywhere that we look. And then card number 4 is the obstacle. So this card is representing what stands in our way, such as maybe a psychological attitude, maybe a person. It just depends on your situation. And this card for card 4 was number 14, Beautiful Uncaging. This card is talking about what is the prison you're in. Is it a prison of guilt, right? What is that prison? And the need for us to really look and do a self-assessment. This ties to the conversation we had last week in general about preparing, going slow to go fast and preparing for a very fast 2026. This is about being rigorously honest with ourselves, being accountable, and then making any amends that we need to with others. And then that brings us to today. So today, card 5 is the helpers. So this is about energy, people, and synchronicities that are coming to our aid and how things fall together. And the card that we have today is card number 34, Opening to Discovery. Now, what's interesting about this card and the 2 cards that follow, I'll give you a spoiler alert. They all are 7s in numerology, which means that this is about the intellect and wisdom and our spirituality. So we are turning a bit of a corner here with the remainder of this 7 crescent reading. So, opening to discovery. What does this mean? I think what this means for all of us is to get the data that we collect around us from the universe, right? And let it speak to us. Listen to what is happening around us, in us. Listen into our intuition and tune in and allow the universe to expose what is really happening. It's also about integrating information and being very, very discerning about what we expose ourselves to. Okay, so if you go back through the previous readings this week, the previous cards, you'll notice a theme, right? And if we are discerning about what we are allowing into our lives and into our minds, both energetically, through our senses, and how we're engaging with the world, we can really begin to kind of move the ship in a specific way. I'll share the story about myself with news to start with, because I know that's been a hot topic for a little bit. But I stopped watching the news, I think 4 years ago, because it just felt bad to me. And everybody makes their own decision about the news, and I'm not judging anyone. It's just I felt energetically off when I watched the news. And so I stopped watching the news, and I noticed almost immediately for me that my energy shifted. So be discerning about what you're taking in. Another thing that I've noticed that has nothing to do with news is that if I start to feel a little bit energetically off during the day, I will sleep with headphones in, and I will put something on in the background that is spiritual in nature, right? Could be a meditation, could be, a entertainment of some sort that is really geared towards spiritual development, or I'll listen to a book, usually a channeled work. But what I found is that if I do that for a few nights, I get an energetic reset. And so what this card is really asking us to do is get curious about what it is that helps us stay in our spiritual zone of genius and do those things so that we can really really tune in to what's going on in the messages that the universe is trying to give us. Now, I guess I should probably confess that I'm not real good about listening to those messages. They're given with consistency, and sometimes I listen, and sometimes I guess I just wait for the 2x4 to show up. But being curious and being open to that discovery really is the key. So so let's spend the next 24 hours just being curious and discovering what's new for us and tuning into what the universe is already telling us. We just have to listen. So, all right, chickadees, have a fantastic day. I love you. I'll see you next time, and don't forget to subscribe. Mwah.